I said, look, slap me now. Say something about slapping me now. The guy wouldn't say nothing. Once these cameras was on there, once these cameras were rolling, once these people was telling the truth, and once these people are for the truth, these people couldn't say nothing because they know they're doing wrong. That's what happened. Okay, now I just got blessed for them people to be here. She couldn't say nothing. Nobody could say nothing. You know, cause these people right here, the cop watch, they're for real. They're for real. Trust me.
Hell yeah.
I'm saying. They will save your life.
Thank you, sir.
Dan Handelman again, Portland Cop Watch. Before this body started meeting, the city did monthly meetings, including in this space. And at one of them, one of the very last ones, Lieutenant or Captain Steve Jones left after that meeting later that night, crashed his car, and he just resigned, facing punishment from the Bureau. Kind of proving the point that the police, are dealing with a really stressful job, but there's not enough to get them to be mindful, I guess. And that's very common. Almost every police review board report that comes out once every 6 months, there's always a police officer involved in DUI. We also hear, not important very often, but that a lot of officers around the country commit suicide. So there's some value to these programs that we're talking about. And again, let's divert money from other things that the police are doing that we don't want if we want to make this happen. The other thing that the chair mentioned, and I do go to the Training Advisory Council meetings, and I'm very glad to see more interaction between different groups, is that the Training Advisory Council made a recommendation to put the population percentages next to the percentages of people who have force used against them, and the Bureau has repeatedly refused to do that, saying that it's not meaningful. And they finally put forward a formal recommendation that now the chief has to respond to, and it's been, I think, 2 or 3 months, and the chief hasn't gotten back to them yet. So if there's something I think that the chair should be asking you for support on, I think that would be a very easy thing. Just put the percentage, 6% of the people are African American, and 30% of the people who are subjected to force are African American. I don't know why they don't put that in there, but I think I can suspect it's because it doesn't look good.
Thank you, and thank you for keeping your comments within the time limit.
Hi, my name is Barbara Bushinsky, also Portland Cop Watch, but I'm speaking just as an individual. I'd like to bring up 2 points. The first is that years ago I went to a class given by actually a police officer at our workplace, and he said, don't go around thinking, it's called personal threat assessment, don't go walking down the street thinking, that person in that car is going to hurt me. There might be somebody behind that bush. He says, by the time anything really happens, you're going to be so wound up in your head that you're not going to know what to do. So he says, stay calm and alert, learn to look at what's normal, and then if something happens, trust your intuition. What I see happening is that the police are encouraged to think, by the management I believe, to think that they have the most dangerous job in the world, and that there's danger lurking every time they stop somebody. And I think that is a detriment to the police officers, and it results in more trauma to individuals who are stopped by the police or shot by the police. The second thing is that I have done dangerous work. My dad was almost killed several times when he was young in a chemical plant. My brother was almost killed on Swan Island. And I've been almost killed on jobs. I've worked for Caltrans on a road crew. I've worked in construction. I've climbed on the Richmond Bridge 70, 90 feet over the water. I've worked with high voltage 12 kV. Not real closely, but I've been close enough. And PCBs and all kinds of chemicals. The police do not have the most dangerous job in the world. They are one of the people who have a dangerous job, and I wish that they would see themselves as part of the human race. Emergency room doctors, paramedics, all those people also see terrible things. People going through, all sorts of terrible things, and counselors and all sorts of, people, they get stressed out by these things. And I would hope that the police would see themselves as part of the human race and know that other people are going through traumas, other people are scared too, and other people are doing difficult jobs, and but see themselves as one of a whole. And I think that would, whenever you isolate and think you're all by yourself and only your like little group, us against the world, that is going to be a problem. So, thank you for listening.
Very well said, thank you.
Cause they up to no good, fucking dirty cops. Wanna slam me on the hood, dirty cops. Try to rob me for my rights.